For the vast majority of us, the concept of retirement can seem more like a dream than a reality. The question that often haunts us is, will we ever hang up our boots and quit working? Or are we destined to labor until the end of our days? This question is especially relevant for those of us who have built our entire existence around work, often at the expense of our family and loved ones. The notion of an abrupt transition from a structured work life to one of leisure, where the consistent inflow of income and benefits ceases all at once, can be stressful and unnerving. It's a situation many retirees find themselves in, often unprepared and at a loss what to do, so they do the easy thing, which is nothing. And to make this worse, they keep this up for years. Some until they want to retire but find out that they won't be able to retire, or they will work 1 or 2 part-time jobs until 80. But it doesn't have to be this way. With the right planning and tools, you can navigate retirement with ease, no matter where you are in your journey. A large portion of the stress associated with retirement stems from the profound change in one's daily routine. In some cases, it could be financial, but most people would take on part-time gig jobs in this situation. A regular day after retirement has the potential to be a vast canvas, just waiting to be painted with colors and the whims of your choice. Are you spontaneous enough for a day trip? Can you picture yourself waking up in the morning? Yes, a bit later than when you worked. With a plan and a purpose. Most happy and successful retired individuals have this habit in common. Can you see yourself checking the news to gauge the pulse of the economy, glancing at your crypto over coffee, maybe making lunch plans with a friend or old coworker? This is something you couldn't afford the time to do during your working years. On the flip side, there's also the possibility of waking up at 11 a.m. and spending the day without structure or plans. This can lead to feelings of isolation and anxiety. The more times you tell your friends you can't join them for whatever reason you just made up, they'll get the point and simply won't call again. Then things change. The isolation keeps you depressed, which isn't helpful, especially concerning your financial stability, where some find themselves moving in with their children. Not the end of the world. Online shopping becomes your thing, and before you know it, not enough money to cover your basic bills. For many of us, retirement seems like a far-off concept. It feels so intangible that we often put off starting or contributing to a savings account. Or even worse, skipping setting up a retirement fund early in our careers, especially if you are self-employed. Even starting out with $20 per check, which comes out pre-taxed. So why not? You can continue to bump it up each year as you start to make more money. What you're trying to do is establish a saving and investment habit. However, as retirement looms closer, reality can hit. We find ourselves back again living paycheck to paycheck with little or no savings to fall back on. This usually happens when you 1. Live past your means. 2. You are not challenged in your position. 3. You don't see forward advancement. Or 4. You stay in the same job because you don't like change. One different scenario came up involving a friend's daughter. She worked at the same job for around 12 years. This company doesn't offer retirement plans or company match up to 3% at work, so she never started until it was much later. What's the harm? Compound interest, my friend, compound interest. In this case, if she continues to stay single, she may have to continue working well into our late 70s or early 80s. Sadly, in most cases, your health changes the older you get. Plus, inflation is on the increase, so keeping your cash in a bank is worth less every single month. Throughout my professional journey, I've come across several wonderful individuals working into their early 80s. One confided in me, she'll probably have to work until she gets sick and passes. This is so sad. It never had to happen this way. Every single one of the older workers I interviewed expressed regret over not having grasped the importance of investing and saving for their future when they had the chance. Sadly, a significant portion of our generation was led to believe that Social Security would take care of retirement. It could have worked 50 years ago, but not by today's standards. The harsh reality is, Social Security often doesn't provide enough to keep the lights on, let alone shop for groceries or live comfortably during our senior years. No matter where you are in your journey right now, it's time to seek out a financial planner. They can tell you how much you will need. Or maybe moving in with your children may be an option. Because so many of us have devoted our lives to work, the transition to retirement can be even more stressful. You continue to worry, will I outlive my money? If so, then what? We suddenly feel less useful. We miss being called into meetings, updating projects, calling on customers, clinching deals, and collaborating with colleagues. The daily interactions we once took for granted are gone. Now, we wish we had them back. Our vision of self-worth is having enough money saved when you want to retire. This is one of the first and most drastic changes you'll notice when you retire. Staying busy and keeping your mind engaged can be quite a challenge. Hence why I started this channel, to stay busy. Studies have shown over the years, keeping your mind engaged by learning something new actually helps keep some types of dementia at bay with proper medication. But remember, retirement is not the end. It's the beginning of a new chapter. Let's project you have enough money to live a good senior life. Your health is good and you are active. Here at your best retired life, where curiosity evolves into knowledge, our main goal is to be here and to help you navigate this phase of your life with confidence and ease. Retirement signifies more than just the absence of work. It deeply impacts your identity, relationships, and social status, ushering in a wave of stress. What's meant to be the golden period of life can become a time fraught with challenges, primarily due to the sudden and significant change in lifestyle. The effects are far-reaching. Shifts in daily routines, reduced social interactions, isolation, and concerns about finances all contribute to this retirement-related stress if not kept in check. Harvard Medical School reported an interesting observation. The effects of retirement can be paradoxical. Doing too little or too much during retirement can result in the same symptoms: depression, anxiety, memory loss, appetite issues, and insomnia. This highlights the importance of striking a balance between relaxation and activity. Unfortunately, that's easier said than done, although this is a learned habit as well. Often, retirement is linked to how and why it happens. Ideally, retirement should be your decision. You pick the day and time to say goodbye to your professional life. This gives you time to plan, prepare, and transition smoothly. But reality can be different. Health issues, sudden layoffs, or the need to care for a loved one may force you into retirement earlier than expected. For those who have worked 50 to 60 hours a week for decades, this sudden change is even more difficult. The shift from a structured, productive lifestyle to one with no schedule can be disorienting. The mind and body, once accustomed to the rhythm of work, now flounders in the emptiness of retired life. This is a taxing aspect of retirement, one that must be addressed for a smooth transition sooner than later. One often overlooked stressor is the mental and physical adjustment that comes when your body is used to working up to 60 to 80 hours a week. But with the right mindset, preparation, and support, retirement truly can become the golden period it was always meant to be. That's why I want to leave you with one powerful tip: plan your week, days in advance. This gives you something to do along with the good feeling you accomplished some goals. Start each morning with purpose, just as you did when you were working. Plan to have a cup of coffee, read the paper, or sit at your desk by 9 a.m. catching up on investments or the news. For more ideas on how to ease into retirement, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Finally, please remember, nothing in this video is financial advice. Always do your own research before investing. Although this is about your best retired life, from time to time we may discuss finances. Please always use a financial planner. If you got some value from this video, please consider liking and subscribing. Thanks, my friends, and I will see you in the next video.